Woman found frozen solid. Not all things found frozen solid is from the past, as this next story reveals. In fact, some say it remains an unsolved mystery. But we're aiming to get to the bottom of it and learn the facts. It was a cold December night in Lyngby, Minnesota, when 19-year-old Jean Hilliard was returning late to her parents' home when her family car skidded off the icy road. She was wearing Western boots and had on a coat and mittens. She got out of the car seeking help and started to walk to her neighbor Wally Nelson's home, which was 2 miles away from where she had lost control of the car. She collapsed just 15 feet away from his door. The next morning at 7 a.m., Mr. Nelson found her laying in the snow and completely frozen. He loaded her diagonally in the back seat of his car and rushed her to the hospital. In the hospital, the staff rushed to save her life, but because her skin was frozen, they could not use needles to penetrate the skin to start an intravenous drip. Her pulse was only 12 beats per minute and her temperature was 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Doctors and nurses wrapped her in an electric heating pad and she began to revive. According to the doctor who revived her, Dr. George Sather, who treated the young woman, she might have to lose a couple of her toes. The doctor called her recovery without any brain damage and no loss of limbs a miracle. It is said that during Jean Hilliard's treatment, a hospital office worker named Rosie Erickson called a pastor into the hospital for prayers, and of course everyone related to Jean did the same. Jean said later that she credited her astonishing recovery to not only the doctors and nurses, but also to all the friends and family who prayed for her. Although doctors who treated Jean called her recovery a miracle, there are other physicians who claim that miracles of this kind are not rare. In fact, some freezing victims have recovered fully even after prolonged periods without heartbeats. Jean survived because the human body actually tries to adapt to the extreme cold and internal activity is slowed, reducing the body's demand for oxygen and blood. Even the heart starts to beat slower, and in this slow-motion state, sensitive brain cells can survive minutes even after the heart has stopped pumping. Regardless of the science, Jean's story is still quite remarkable.